Hey guys, today we're going to be drawing Koopa Troopa from Super Mario. I'm using the iPad Pro with the Procreate app. Now you don't need these to follow along. You can use a white sheet of paper, a black marker for outlines, and markers or pencil crayons for coloring in. I also occasionally use a pencil to sketch first, so it's always a good idea to have that handy as well as an eraser. If you're new to Procreate, I also have a tutorial called 25 Procreate Tips and Tricks, which is great to watch first because as I draw, I will be using these fast actions. I will link that video below. For this tutorial, we will be using two layers which I've already created. The top layer is for outlines where we'll be using our black round brush, and the bottom layer is where we will be filling in the color. So I'm in my outline layer with my black marker and my round brush, and if you're on a piece of paper, you can go ahead and grab a black marker. So let's start off by drawing his face. We're going to outline his eyes. Really simple, just a backward C, like that. And then the other side. And then he has a big nose that goes from here all the way down. So I guess it's a nose and a mouth put together. And then here is his mouth. And then his chin, his neck, and then the other side of the neck. And then the back of his head. And then his cheek. And we can draw his eyes. And then now we can start on his body. So there's a round part that goes like that underneath the neck. And then his stomach goes like that. And then over here we have his left arm. Like that. And then his left hand is kind of forming a fist. And then his right hand and then over here is his back, which is the shell. And then he has a tail over here. And then also on his stomach, he has these lines there. And then there's gonna be two lines right there. And then his foot, which goes like this. And then his right foot. And then the soles of his shoes. Guys, I hope you got all of that. And then now we can start coloring. So let's go into our color layer right there. And I've got his color palette already chosen. And then we can start with the yellow for his face. And I forgot his nostrils, which I'll put in after. All right, let's go back into our outline layer, grab a black. Just gonna draw a little nostril. Whoops, decrease that brush size. Draw a little nostril right there. All right, let's go back into our color, and then we can draw his shell. And also his shoes are the same color. And then let's grab that yellow again. We can do the arms or the hands, as well as the tail. And then his body is kind of like a muted light beige. And then his shoes is the yellow, but it's kind of like a, I guess like a more gold color. I mean his soles. And the outside part of his shell is like a light gray. And then now guys, I'm actually going to be cleaning up some of this black outline. Just going to make some parts thicker, just to give it more of a cartoon feel. You don't have to do this, but you can if you want. You see how adding just a little bit of more black gives it just a different feel, a different look. All right, guys, I hope that made sense to you. I'm not sure if you've tried that, just adding a little bit more black in some places. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna do a little bit of shading just to give it a bit more depth. So I'm gonna start with the cheeks. So let's grab that yellow. So what you gotta do is just hold and let the eyedropper pop up, and then it's gonna show up on your color palette. So let's grab a darker shade of that yellow, and then this time we're going to use the airbrush. You just got to make sure we're in our color layer. Then we're going to lightly shade his cheeks, and then some shading over here and under his mouth. And I'm not applying a lot of pressure. Then I'm just gonna grab my blending brush right there, and I'm gonna lightly blend. All right, so now for the shell, let's grab that green and in a slightly darker shade. And then the same thing with his shoes. Then we're gonna grab that blending brush again, and we're gonna lightly blend. And I should also do the tail and the hands. So I'm gonna grab that same dark yellow and apply it right here. And over here. And maybe over here. And then now we're gonna do the opposite of everything. We're gonna make everything brighter with a highlight. So let's grab just that main yellow, make it a bit lighter with the airbrush. This time we're just gonna do the top parts. And again with the green, choose a lighter green. See how that kind of makes it pop? Same thing with the shell. And then grab our blending brush. And I just want to actually also do the gray. So I'm going to do a slightly darker gray. Down over here. And then we can highlight the stomach area. A lighter shade of this beige. Well guys, there you go. There is your Koopa Troopa from Super Mario. To get notified of more new videos where I teach you to draw, be sure to subscribe to Draw with Marina.